Hi, everyone. Welcome to Freebird Spirit YouTube channel. And it is March 4th, I think, 4th or 5th. What's the date? I should know that. It's the 5th. It's the 5th. It's Wednesday the 5th. So whenever you're watching this is when we dove into some of these questions. It's Viewers Questions Day, psychic insights on global happenings and so forth. So thank you for those who submitted questions. And you can look for that in my community page. I guess they changed the name to posts now. So you can find where you can post your questions every week. And I'll put that out probably like on Saturday for everyone to go ahead and post their questions. So thank you for those who found it and posted some questions for us this week. Okay, so I did not watch the State of the Union address last night. I 100% absolutely could not do that. You couldn't pay me to do that. And but I have heard snippets, and I know that we did have one of the representatives in protest standing up for his constituents, and the attack on Social Security and Medicare and all the things that will be affecting, and Medi-Cal, his constituents. And he was booted out. That's the first in history that I know of. Holy moly. But that's what we need. We need that type of energy. And if you haven't, find Jasmine Crockett on your social media. Search her. There's lots of videos of her, and she's been very vocal in standing up for the rights of us and for the people, and calling out a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? So there are folks who are doing that. So however, what my spirit team wanted me to remind us all, and it reminds me every day, is that I know that we have this narrative of some sort of savior always coming to save us. And embedded in all our stories and in our narratives that somebody's going to come and save us. And I'm not saying that that's not so. I'm just saying what I'm being told is we are that savior. We are the ones that will save us. And so what happens if we get in the mindset of someone, waiting and keep waiting for someone to come out of the woodworks and say, hey, this, hey, that, then we sit on our couch and we don't do anything. And that's not what we're supposed to be doing right now, as far as really moving in the energy and raising this vibration and bringing about the change universally. And the shift you hear us all talking about, it's important that we really step into our power every day. And instead of continually moving from reaction to what is happening, that we move into purposed momentum, purposed actions, responding from our heart space. And again, I always say, coming from that space does not always mean a hug. Sometimes it means action in some manner. We all have opportunity to write, to call, and all those things to our congressmen and our governors and all the people that are in places that can possibly make some change. So we have that power. We also have the power to support our food banks, to support nonprofit organizations that will be helpful um, to the people right now as things are being kind of broken down, but know that it will be built back up better. Okay. But we are in the breaking down part, so that is a little bit uncomfortable. I realize that. And, you know, I think we're being challenged to kind of go, okay, we need to stop asking, how in the world are people going along with this? We need to stop asking that, and just step into the power and the knowledge that we have and our ability to move things forward in a positive change. Um, so kind of taking our energy out of that questioning of how are they seeing, how are we looking at the same thing and experiencing this whole thing so differently. Release that question, uh, literally on a different vibration, on a different whole radio station. Okay. So we may be listening to the same radio, but they're on a different whole station. They're not hearing the same thing. They're not experiencing the same thing at all. So, and you can see that in responses. And so I've noticed in my own comment section, some of the naysayers coming in, the haters coming in, whatever you want to call them, and their perspective is so different. You, they are completely on a different radio station. So just know that, release that question, and kind of move into, okay, this is where my perception is. This is how I know, and I'm going to move within my power. Apparently, I'm done talking. Um, so, that being said, we're gonna go through some of these questions. And again, thank you for turning in your questions for this week. And all right, so um, IYT Social says, "Hi, Debbie. Hi, glad to see you. I wanted to know, with the changes happening in North America and even in the world, which states in the USA will be doing better in terms of business and economy?" That's an interesting question, because that is one of our big hits that are happening right now. Like, the big challenges coming in right now are our economy, is the economy. Uh, and businesses are being hit as we move into a bit of a recession. And so I want to look first. So I'm taking this question as a whole, YT, and I so first part of the question I want to look at, because I wanted to look at the economy anyway, is kind of like uh, I see over the next 4 months or so some hits to the economy, some shifting on how we spend our money. But my specific question is, are we going to go into a recession? Is it going to look like 2008 when we all lost our shirt? All right, so let's take a look at that. I'm going to think I'm being drawn to these cards. So, and another thing I always get on here is, why aren't we seeing you shuffle your cards? I'm trying to um, make it so you don't have to sit through all that, all through the shuffling and the throwing down of the cards. So if you don't like that, then you're on the wrong channel. I'm just trying to make the video faster so you're not sitting here forever watching. So I'm shuffling, and I'm gonna throw it down, and then we're gonna look at the cards. Okay, so I did throw the first layer here, and immediately I'm seeing that it's not gonna be it's gonna be a hit. There is gonna be some insecurity here. I have several kind of like there is a bit of insecurity financially for folks. However, uh, I think where's my oh, right here. The next layer, I want to do a layered here, but while I'm doing this, I thought I would show you that I'm shuffling more cards to put on top for those who are questioning my. I think that's so funny. Um, like I'm going to be pulling cards out of my ass. All right. Okay. So it does look like we are going to be required to kind of be on top of our finances, kind of pull back on some spending. And I know that kind of sets up a recession a little bit as well, but not fully. We're still going to buy food, which is going to be a thing as well, because with all the tariffs and all the things going on, we definitely will be spending more for things. So, but what's going to take a hit is our fund spending, like on things that we don't necessarily need. So we may not be doing remodeling our house and buying new buying new blanket, buying new pillows, buying new couches, buying new clothes. We may be taking a break from that. So you may just, if you're one of those folks who get inundated with alerts and emails and texts from companies that I'm just going to look, you know what I mean? And you end up buying something that you wouldn't have bought if you didn't look. So stop looking. uh, so we're being encouraged to kind of just stay on top of that. If you're able to keep the economy going, right? Absolutely, keep doing what you're doing. But if you are one who's going to be hit by uh, the um, the increased prices in food and gas and all the things, and electricity and all the things that are going to get hit, um, please stay on top. There are folks who just need to stay on top of their finances. You may just need to make those choices. The theme card coming in here is the two swords there. And it's just like making some choices to cut things out where you don't need to spend, and kind of tuck away. Um, we will get through this. We will get through this. It does feel vulnerable, but we will get through it. And so I forgot where I was shuffling. See, I can't shuffle and that at the same time. But so that's kind of what I'm seeing. I don't see, I didn't get any towers. I didn't get all the big cards it's definitely going to be a worldwide thing. I don't see it just hitting the US. I see it hitting it where, everybody's kind of going through this together. And yeah, so kind of giving a direction. Yeah, staying on top of it. Yeah. So, I if for this you have that hermit in reverse, but you also have the lightning bolt in reverse. This is kind of like the tower to me in this deck, and but it's in reverse. So things will be coming. It's not quite a tower, is all I'm saying. And so it's important, making those good choices as you make decisions. Okay. And you have that financial insecurity happening, but it's global, but it's not. Again, this isn't a tower. Okay. This is a page of cups in reverse. bringing in some of the insecurity. So I just want to encourage y'all to make those uh, decisions, make those what do you call it? Informed decisions. Be intentional how you spend and like that. But I'm not seeing a big. I didn't get a tower. That's all I'm saying. No tower. Okay. So, and I did get that 4 months around it. And let's see on the other side of 4 months. So we have March, April, May, June. So let's look at July. What does July look like for us financially? Our economy in July, is it going to start shifting? What's happening in July? I mean, I feel like maybe the shift, we may begin to see some changes in July. Let's take a look. Okay, so we do have some balance. Okay. So it may just, I think, I don't think we're going to see like, oh, July, everybody's going to go out and start spending. No, but I do see some justice coming in. We've been looking at this opposition and some unfinished business in regard to all the things that are happening. But the main card here coming in is that justice card. That's the theme card. But you have the Chariot in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, just bringing in that like it hasn't been moving yet, no movement yet. But then you have that justice coming in like around July. And now timing is difficult, you know that, but it just feels July-ish to me. And where we are still taking a stand, we still have that Seven of Wands coming in here, staying on top of this. And we do have some endings and new beginnings there. So I do have that. And then after that, so after July, after we start really putting an end to possibly what the tariffs and all whatever's going on with that, the end of like all that madness, we move into this. So we have a reckoning we have the Ten of Pentacles coming back in, you have Judgment and Strength. So you have a rebuilding of the beginning of a rebuilding of all of that. Some reckoning, some rebuilding. I see that as like a rebirth, a rebirth. And then with that, that Strength card that's a very healing card to me. So, and that strength coming back into the system. So after July, we may see that. Okay. I probably didn't totally answer YT's question, like what states are really going to be hit. I mean, we have some obvious ones that will be hit. Some of those, some of the red states that really depend on so much of assistance, and so we're going to see some of those states getting hit for sure, worse than others. Okay, on to the next question. How fun. All right. Daily, I think, or Dale. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Thank you for your question. Do you think President Zelensky will be able to hold firm and not give up anything? I don't want him to give up anything to Felon 45 for his handlers. Nothing. Is that possible? Okay. And for entertainment purposes only. All right. I feel he's gonna. Right now, the energy that I have in stepping into his energy and how I'm being, he's like sitting there. He's surrounded by massive support of important people. Important countries are supporting him. He's part of the cool club. He is part of the cool club, and we've been kicked out. So I do feel that he's being encouraged to stand his ground. But let's take a look. And will he hold firm? Will he hold firm? Okay. I didn't pause it this time. Okay. So this was a huge betrayal that he went through. This is what it was with his meeting with felon 45, as you put it. And so it was a huge betrayal. And you know, but there's some confidence here. He understands what he was dealing with, and he walked into this, but he understands what's up. Uh, there, he's aware. There's also some other things happening, other deception stuff going on. He thought, I mean, he had an awareness, but how it played out, it was very hard. Um, but with this new backing, he has all this new support and backing. I think he's gonna hold firm. I have the lovers, the two of cups, and the Hierophant. I just feel that just is just really showing this real support and connection elsewhere. Because where he thought he was connected in, he was totally deceived. That's telling the story. We want to know, is he able to hold firm? I think with this new support, he will. I think he's being encouraged to hold firm. I think so. He's going to hold firm. Yep. Yes. I have justice in the middle. You have the Six of Cups and victory. All right. Thank you. And then we have Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Debbie. Marco Rubio looked uncomfortable in the disastrous Trump-Vance Zelensky meeting. What was going on in his head? Holy cow. All right, Mark Rubio. He was physically ill. Like physically, I mean, I was surprised he did not hurl right there. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm gonna I'm gonna look at him as a whole, kind of like his future and all that. So I'm gonna throw a big spread on this, almost like a deep dive in regard to Marco Rubio. So this time I am gonna pause it and throw the cards. All right, let's take a look at this together. We'll read it together. Um, the main card here, so the theme card, kind of where he sits, this is him. He is there's he's he was drawn in. Um, he was disappointed in something. He was drawn into this madness. Uh, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So he had this idea that maybe he could, I don't know, do something, but that's, yeah, total fantasy. He he was trying to moderate and avoid conflict and be that moderation, but it's almost like it put him in massive hot water here. You have giving enemies. You have the Six of Pentacles, and he thought that he would, if he put himself in like this, it would he would be able to maybe balance out some stuff, but it just put him in hot water, massive hot water. He's put himself in a very vulnerable position. Uh, it makes him look like he is off his, yeah, he's very let down. He let down a lot of people, super empty. He's off course. He got off course. So the thing about this, and he may have whatever his true intentions were behind, although it does kind of show that he was trying to like, he definitely wanted to kind of remain. It kind of reminds me, if you guys know of that, those two people from MSNB, that see whatever that channel is, that they went to Mar-a-Lago to right after 45 supposedly won those anchors, the morning show, whatever that morning show is. It has the feel of that, like kind of like to keep the trouble at bay as much as possible, but it ended up putting him in more hot water. It's going to ruin his career in the future. This is future coming in. It's going to ruin his career, this choice. And yeah, he got caught up, and uh, he'll he'll regret it in the end for putting himself in that position. All right. So that that gives us a little idea of his mindset there. Okay, so we took a look at several things today. Again, I will be posting this probably Saturday-ish. So be looking for this post on, it looks like, it'll look like this. Ew. It'll look like this. So that's the one you're looking for, and you post your questions there for Wednesdays. But Lisa and I will be on live on Friday evening, Friday night. So if you're interested in live shows, that's where that will be. But in between now and then, please take care of yourselves and stand in your power. The power is within you, and continue to love and help out your neighbors, brothers and sisters, um, however that looks and however you can. And find something, I just was hearing, find something to be grateful for every day. Just one thing. It, I know that it's challenging times right now, but please find one thing that you can be grateful for and stand in that feeling for a little bit. It really does raise your vibration and help you stay in that higher mind. And so when things are challenging, you're able to come from that space instead of that reactive space. So, all right. Love and light to you all. Now, commercial time. I do have some new merch up on my website, freebirdspirit.com. Enjoy, have fun with it. And also, there is Kevin Lewis and myself are we have our next class starting next Wednesday. There are still some spots open. So if you've been thinking about it and thinking, hey, I think I'd like to really move in this arena of mediumship and spiritual awakening area, please check out on my website the classes, workshops, classes area, freebirdspirit.com. And it tells you all about it. And I've also posted it on my community page, which is now posts page. Please check that out. We also have Kevin Lewis, Jeffrey Peck, and myself are co-hosting a retreat in Sedona in July. We also have some spots open for that. And for that information, please check out jeffreypeck.com. I mean, it has everything on there that you'd ever want to know about it. It is such a beautiful time, and I really encourage you to check that out. It's a good time to kind of come together, like-minded folks, spiritually minded folks, to experience that time together. And so you can find that also, again, on jeffreypeck.com. So love and light to you all, and we'll see you all next time.